No, no. My client it's fun to get out of the man cave.
Test 1 1. So before we begin, this evening, you're going to need a Torah commentary as well. So if you can grab one of those, that would be great. No. You're going to bring you a Torah. Share. Yeah. That's kind of here. Yep.
Here it is, yeah. I know. They're out.
I think Frank was watching the library is the end
Elliot's yours.
Elliot's here, all right.
Yeah.
Tonight she's actually cooking
What's she making?
stuff for me to take to Cleveland.
Does she stay home during the week?
Yeah, she stays home during the week. And she does stuff here. So right now she's making stuff for me to freeze and to
Good
freeze
shooter.
to feed me.
She had her hair redone.
It's a pretty good deal. I get gourmet food. What have you seen in you? Yeah, better. It sure beats the alternative.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to everybody gathered here in person and also to all those we welcome via our live stream. Wonderful to come together and share Shabbat. And so we'll begin as we turn to page 2 and invite Rochelle and Edna forward to light our Shabbat candles.
We're going to sing it as well. Right? Okay.
This is a gender thing, I know.
Over.
That's the
Okay.
first test.
That is the first.
Push
That-
forward
this is
and
a
pull.
gender thing, right? Oh, thank you.
All over show the torch.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Barak atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'chalek ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner
Shall shine.
We turn together to page 10 as we join in Hine Matov, how beautiful it is to be together.
Hine matov b'nai shevet achigam yachad. Hine matov b'nai shevet achigam yachad.
And as we welcome Shabbat into our hearts and into our lives, we turn together to page 20 and join in Lecha Dodi. We'll do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha, hishmiya v'anichai Adonai U'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'melcha, ki mekor habaraka, merosh mikeh nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitori, kiva kumiyuri, kavod Adonai, lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam v'simcha u'v'safala, tochem v'nei am segula. Bo'i kala, la dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated as we continue page 24 with A prayer of welcome, Shalom Aleichem, may peace be on all of us, and on all of us may there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei HaMalachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boahem L'Shalom, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei L'Olam. Malachei HaMalachim, Baruch Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei L'Olam. Malachei HaMalachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei L'Olam. Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn together to page 26 as we rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yitkada shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yamad yivrach hirutei b'yamlich malchutei.
B'chayeikom
B'yameichom u'chayeikom b'Yisrael.
Amen.
Bit Roman Viet Nase Vietadar Vietale Vietala Shemeda Kurdisha Min Kolber Chata Veshirata
We continue standing and on page 28, join together in Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai Le'olam.
Please be seated as we continue page 30 with Ma'ariv Aravim.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokma poteach sharim u'vitvuna mishnei itim u'machalif et hazonayim u'mistrader et hakokavim b'mishmeroteim b'arkia kirtzono b'orei yom halayla golem over mipnei choshet v'choshet mipnei or u'ma'avir yom u'mevir layla u'ma'avir ben yom u'mevir layla Adonai Tzvaot Shemo Elchai v'kayam tamid yimach aleinu le'olam v'ayed Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim.
Page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah
Adonai
Ohel
Amo Yisrael.
Page 32.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha Havata, Torah u'mitzvot, hukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadita, al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shachbenu uvkumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nizmak b'divrei Toratecha, v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Him hayenu l'orech yamenu, uvochem nege yomam v'layla. V'yahavtecha al tasir b'menu li'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Please turn to page 34. And please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malachito Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We'll continue with the Ahafta, page 36.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'nafshecha u'b'chol nefecha v'hayim ha'elam asher anuchi matzavecha v'shinamta lebanecha v'divrata v'shitecha v'beitecha v'v'aftecha v'derech v'shachvecha v'v'chumecha v'shartam le'yod al yadecha v'hayu l'totecha v'beinecha v'chata al mezuzot v'techa v'visharecha Leman Jizkan Sitem Komis Votani Vitam Kedoshim Melachem Ani Hashem Chatzoti Etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim V'yad Lechem Lelohim Ani Adonai
Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens
declare your glory. May the earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, sefer, Nora tehilot, sefer, Malchutcha, v'ubanecha, v'kei hayom, l'fnei Moshe,
B'nai Marki Fadad Adonai et Yaakov Galom Yad Chazak Mimenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
We continue together, page 43. Let's join at the top of the page. Let there be love and understanding.
among us.
Let peace and friendship
Be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah
Adonai. Haporish Sugat Shalom Israel Yerushalayim. Shkivenu Adonai Elohim Shalom V'hamidenu Shomri Shkivenu Adonai Elohim Shalom V'hamidenu Shomri.
We turn together to page 44 as we join in Yismachu, our song of joy on the Shabbat.
Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Yes, Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Ratzita Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat. Yes, Mechu V'Malchutecha Shomri 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 Shabbat V'Kolei Shabbat.
We turn together to page 47. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise together. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agit tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftak Ufia gita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu B'moteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Elohei Gadol Hagibor Hanu Elohei Chasadim Tovim Vezocher Chasdei Avoti Mahot Umevi Livnei B'nei Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Zrat Sarah Ataki B'Olam Nichayim Kol Atav Leoshia Mashiach U'Marid Hagam Hashem Mechakel Chayim V'Chesed Mechayim HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim So Mechnoflim V'Rafei Cholim U'Matir Sirim U'Makayim Menato V'Shem Yafar Micha Mocha Geburot U'Midom Melech Yeshua Baruch Takadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha salam Baruch atah Adonai Kadosh.
Please be seated. Page 53. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it.
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Page 57. Let's join together at the bottom of the page. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt.
In our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds our mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another. Let all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'orecha v'levadecha b'yirah.
Page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha v'chadosh.
We join together in our prayer for peace, page 61. Grant us peace. Together, grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth.
Bless our country as a safeguard of peace. its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes, strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name fill every home and every heart. Praise to you, one who blesses our people with peace.
Baruch
Baruch atah Adonai
Mevarech
Yisrael Shalom. Shalom. Yisrael. See. Like, do you want to start over?
Let's start over. We had agreed on a different note.
Okay.
Shalom.
Ra.
Yisrael. See. Shalom. Israel. See. Shalom. 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 Israel. Tasim. Shalom. Israel. Tasim. The child Israel. Shalom. Israel. Shalom.
We take a few moments of silent prayer, leaving aside the texts of our tradition, the wisdom of our ancestors, and instead we look inward to the prayers in our own hearts and minds.
Say shalom, bima. Say shalom, Call Israel, say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleichem, Israel. Say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleichem, Israel.
We continue page 253. Our prayer for healing. This has been an incredibly painful several days for so many people in Turkey and Syria. The devastation is almost inconceivable. We are just beginning to get a handle on the extent to which so many people are suffering. And so in our small way, we are sending our thoughts and our prayers. Our JCC of Erie is also sending aid and help And so if you'd like to contribute to that, the JCC would gladly be able to facilitate that with and for you. And so as we join together on this Shabbat especially, we think of all those who are in such need, whose lives in an instant were radically changed. Over 23,000, maybe more, who have died. Each one part of a family now sent into incredible grief. Homes destroyed, lives destroyed, entire towns. It is hard to even begin to understand the impact. And so in our small way, we offer our prayers and our thoughts, our energies of healing, our support to all those who need. We think too of all those who struggle, all those who need healing in one way or another. Healing of body or mind or heart or soul or spirit. And in our congregation, we especially mention Steve Tottleman, Diane Levy, Joan Rosenthal, Martha Snyder, Brooke Gelman, David Young, Sheila Ronas, Jay Kaler, Debbie Perry, Diane Kaler, Lori Samuels, Dane Marcinowski, Kat Winslow, Sandra French, and John Myers. If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If you are here in person and would like to add a name, please do so as I look around.
Zipper and Kathy Walter.
Linda Katsaros, Thomas Costinus, and Eric Perry.
We join together our prayer for healing, page 253.
Source of strength, bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. We shall take stars in me, ring with Shalom, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
This week's Parsha has two incredible pieces of advice. One, the Ten Commandments. Pretty good, huh? Some good messages there. We'll take a look at them in a minute. But the other piece, if those are the foundational ideas or concepts on which most of Judaism is built, the way we apply them and work with them is taught to us by somebody else. And in this scenario, we see Moses having just led the people out of Egyptian slavery. We have crossed the sea, and now Moses has to begin the tough work It's almost as if it's the election and now Moses has to actually do the work of the office. And the work of the office is dealing with the people. And we see Moses sitting day through night, solving problems, adjudicating between people. Every single problem comes to Moses. And over the horizon, we see a party coming towards the community, and it is Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, Yitro. And Yitro is not just a Midianite, so he's not connected to the Israelite community at all, but he is also bringing Moses' wife, Zipporah, and the two children. And Yitro sees what's going on and says to Moses, son, let's go for a walk.
You're going to tell me to delegate, right?
And it's exactly what happens. So Yitro says to Moses, look, this is not tenable. You can't do all this. You can't be the only one to have ultimate responsibility for everything. You have to give, and you have to delegate, and you have to set up a system so that there are lots of people dealing with a little stuff. And you then you only have to deal with the very, very important and critical issues. Moses says, great idea. Thank you so much for coming. It's great to see you. We'll see you next Yontif. And Yitro returns to his life, and Moses now adopts what he has to say. The significance of that is huge. Because where does that fundamental advice come from? Outside. It comes from outside the community. So it sets up the idea fundamentally that although our tradition has the wisdom, and we have that in the Ten Commandments, which we're about to read, but we also have the way we apply them, that we can draw from wisdom that comes from various different sources. Sometimes, and this is really, I think, the absolute fundamental reason Judaism has survived and thrived wherever we've been. Because from the beginning, from Yitro, we learned two things. We learned adaptation and adoption. We learned how to adapt to our circumstances and how to adopt the wisdom around us. And because we've done that, we have survived literally in every corner of the world. And in every place where we have created Jewish communal life, we have contributed significantly to the life of the broader community. And so this experience of Yitro, of bringing in the wisdom and being able to apply it in ways that enhances us, is such an important lesson that we learn. And I don't think it's an accident that nothing in the Torah is an accident, right? But it is amazing how closely the two are connected. That the Ten Commandments giving us the kind of foundation of who we are, and the Yitro lesson of how we act and how we behave. So tonight we are going to actually read from Torah. We haven't done that in a long time on Friday night, I think. And so I thought tonight would be a good time to do that, because one of the great readings of Torah is the Aseret HaDibrot, or the Ten Commandments. And so it is tradition, as we read those, for everybody to rise as you are able or comfortable to do that, and remain standing as we read through the entire text. So the question is, do I have two very strong people who are willing to hold the Torah as I read? That's one. Very good. Okay. Someone else? Tom? Great. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome. Okay. So if you will, turn with me to page 246.
That's a change.
sorry, 244. I'm sorry, 244. No, 244 the prayer book. Yeah, I'll get you to the text in a few minutes.
Don't worry, he'll delegate.
Right,
And you adapt.
there you go. Okay, page 244.
In Kamocha ba Elohim Adonai V'Maasecha Malachitecha Malachit Kolamim Shaltecha B'Chodom Adonai I don't know.
Please rise.
Of Harachami, Etiva Beretzonecha et Zion, Tivnei Chomot Yerushalayim, Iveka Levad Batachtu,
Don't know me. I don't know.
We continue page 248.
Shanaton. Israel. Shema Israel. I don't know. Kiko Bashamai Muba Kiko Bashamai Muba I don't Slow shah devarim, slow shah devarim, slow shah devarim, ha'olam, ha'olam, amen.
So the blessings before and after the Torah reading are on page 250. And the reading itself is on page 476 of the Plaut Chumash. Let's join together in the blessing.
Baruch
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
See if we can get it. Yeah, there we go.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher b'chadonu mikol ha'yamim, v'natan lanu et Torto.
Vayedaber Elohim et kol hadavarim ha'ele lemor. And God spoke all of these words, saying, Anochi Adonai Elohecha, I am Adonai your God, Asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, mi beit avadim, from the house of slavery. Lo yeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai. You should have no other gods except for me. Lo ta'aseh lecha pesel. You should not make any image, v'chol tmuna, or any picture. Asher b'shamayim mima'al, v'asher ba'aretz mitachat, of anything that is in the heavens or on the earth. V'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz, or anything that is in the waters of the earth. Lo tishtachave lehem, you should not bow down to them. V'lo ta'avdem, and you should not worship them. Hi anochi Adonai Elohecha, because I am Adonai your God. El kana poked avon avot al banim va'al shleshim va'al rebeim l'sonai. You should not covet, or you should not make me angry. And I will not inflict the sins of the fathers on the children for the third and the fourth generations. Ve'osech chesed la'alafim, and I will give kindness to the thousandth generation. Lo havai u'leshomrei mitzvotai, to those who love me and who observe my commandments. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha leshav. Don't take God's name, your God name in vain. Ki lo yenakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav. Because God won't support you, won't support or won't stand by you for those who do that. Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. You should remember the day of Shabbat and create it as a holy day, sacred, separate, apart. Sheshet yamim ta'avod. 6 days you should work. Va'asita kol melachtecha, and you should do all of your work. Vayom hashvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai. And on the seventh day should be a day of rest in honor of God. Adonai Elohecha, Adonai your God. Lo ta'aseh kol melacha. You shouldn't do any kind of work. Ata, you, vincha, your sons, uveitecha, your daughters, avdecha, your servants, va'amatcha, your maidservants, uvehemtecha, your animals, v'gercha, or the strangers, asher b'sha'arecha, who are living with you. He sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, because in 6 days God created the heavens and the earth, et hayam, the waters, ve'et kol asher bam, and all that was on them. V'yinach bayom hashvi'i, and God rested on the seventh day. Al kein barach Adonai et yom hashabbat v'yikadshehu. And so God blessed the day of Shabbat and made it holy. Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, l'ma'al yerichun yamecha. You should honor your father and your mother in order that your days belong al ha'adama, on the land, asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach, that God has given to you. Lo tirtzach, don't murder. Lo tin'af, don't commit adultery. Lo tignov, don't steal. Lo ta'aner v'reacha ad shaker, don't give false witness. Lo tachmot beit re, or don't, not false witness. Don't covet the things of your fellow. Lo tachmod beit reacha, don't covet the things in your neighbor's home. Lo tachmod eshet reacha, don't covet your neighbor's wife. Va'avdo, or his servants, va'amato, or his maidservants, v'shoro, v'chamoro, v'chol asher l'reacha, or anything that belongs to them.
Asher betachenu baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Torah.
Zot.
V'zat Torah asher sam Moshe לפני ישראל בידו ביד משה. La 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 la.
We will continue with Elenu, page 282.
Let me get there.
Middle of 282.
Yeah, I'm slow.
Let's be me.
Please be seated. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and of death. We call to mind so many thousands who perished in the earthquake in Syria and Turkey. We are in the period of Shloshim for Adam Francis Levy. And we observe Yahrzeit on this Shabbat for Max Hess, Louis Hiller, Herman Schack, Janice Schuster, Pauline Jacobson, Irving Kalbeck, Renee Goldberg, Max Loeb, Julia Brown, Morris Fox, Howard Fritz, Rudolf Herzog, Bertha Frank Schaffner, Myrtle Fox Levine, Louis Jacobson, Wilfred Joseph Luries, Louis Steinbach, and Mrs. Samuel Frank and Blanche Levy. If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please do so in our chat. If you're here in person and would like to add a name, please do so as I look around.
David Kerr,
Louise Vidmar.
So we turn to Kaddish on page 294 as we rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yamechon, uv'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael, b'agav v'zman karir v'yaru, amen. Yishmei rabbah v'vorach v'yalam v'yalamaya. V'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitruman v'yitnasei. V'yitadar v'yitalam v'yitalam shemei d'kudsha v'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiram b'yom v'yimru. Amen. Yehi shlama v'amin shemaya. V'chaim v'yimru kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mrama. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Jay Kaler forward to share some announcements. Be safe.
I didn't do this. My wife would kill me.
You're on camera. She can watch.
Wish. I really don't need it. Okay. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Okay, Rabbi, thank you for the service tonight. It was a pleasure. It's been a long time since I've been out in my man cave. Got to see real people and I'm on Zoom for a change. So, okay.
Real people, you got us instead.
Well, hey. Okay, so tomorrow, 10 a.m., we have Shabbat services. At 11 a.m., reading of Torah and study. Announcements. Repro Shabbat. It's on Friday, February 17th, for Shabbat that celebrates years of Jewish tradition supporting reproductive rights. And I think that's a big deal in this day and age. So please attend. And then right after that, we have a forum that will be coming up. Excuse me, and we'll celebrate on Sunday, March the 5th at 11:30 a.m. Please see your flyer for more data. Okay, and just to let you know, those that, oh, excuse me, a lapse of memory here. Services are in area of Nathan Chesner, Irving Kulback, and Howard Fritz. And just so you know, there's a board meeting on the 16th for those who may want to attend, but I think it's Zoom too, right? So talking to Rochelle, our board president. So thank you all for being here tonight. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. And since you're right here,
Yes.
stay where you are, because you're going to make kiddush with a cup donated in your honor.
Thank you.
Let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yishanu b'mitzvotav v'yatzaranu. B'Shabbat kashor v'ahava u'rtzon chilanu. Zikon lema'aseh v'rishit, Ihu yom techila v'mikra'et kodesh, zecher l'tziyat mitzrayim. Kivanu v'atzam v'yotam v'kidashtam mikol v'shabbat Well, it's only a little. Let's join together in Motzi. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God. Rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We're going to conclude this evening. Yasher koach, thank you. We're going to conclude this evening with Ein Keloheinu, which can be found on page 322.
Ein
Yasher Koch to our Salim, Edie and Dennis, thank you so much. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Stay safe.
Shabbat shalom.
Now.